When people think about Minecraft, they usually imagine a dirt house, but today I'll show you a complete opposite side of that, where people have built entire universes or made a working chess table you can play. That's only a few examples, so let's get started. First of all, I found this stop motion sequence made to mimic a part of Avatar, the last Airbender's intro sequence. It was all built frame by frame, as you can see on this timelapse. In total there are 4 different little sequences, each being about 60 frames long, meaning he had to build and move around the statues a total of at least 240 times. That's some pretty insane dedication, but the end result is just amazing as you would expect. I now kinda wonder how long would the whole intro take. Moving on, we now have a fully functional chess game in Minecraft. At first it might not seem very impressive since this has been done many times in the past, but this one is different. It is a fully functioning chess.com copy, meaning there are 2 screens, one for each player, and the players both see their own point of view, just like it is on chess.com. The whole game is fully wireless and doesn't use any command blocks. Just look where you want to place your chess piece and it works. I honestly have no idea how exactly, but it feels like magic. All I know is that it uses the wind charges to somehow detect where you are looking and then move the chess pieces. So if you want to know more about this, check out Mapart's video and try out the world yourself with a friend. Next, I want to show you something extremely beautiful. This is one of the most famous paintings in the world, called Starry Night, painted 136 years ago. And this is a replica of that, made entirely in Minecraft. Doesn't they look pretty similar? But what if I told you that this is not a simple pixel art, but instead a whole 3D representation of the entire famous painting? Every hill, tree, and even the sky has been brought to life in this world. The whole scene is absolutely massive and looks amazing. I especially like the sky and how it has been made. It really feels like you are inside the painting. Chris has also made a video documenting the whole process, which I will leave linked below. But now, the most powerful Mobfarm ever made in Minecraft, producing over 12 million items an hour, which is hard to put into perspective. It is a portal spam farm that has been carefully optimized to be as efficient as possible. Farms similar to this have been a thing for quite some time. But this one here takes the concept to a whole another level. The impressive part about this farm is not the tens of thousands of mobs, but actually the way the mobs are killed, and then how the loot is sorted. Coming up with a storage system that can handle 12 million drops is definitely not an easy job, but somehow the guys at WaveTech have managed to do it. There's so much interesting stuff that goes into making a farm like that, and instead of me explaining everything, they have a great video you can watch to understand it all. But have you ever wondered what is the most impressive map art made in Minecraft? Well, I think I have an answer to that. It has to be the Angel's Melody, built by Kevin KC 2014 in 2b2t. It's the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. This impressive art piece took over 2 years to complete and was made entirely in survival. It is made out of more than 50 million blocks and spreading over 80,000 chunks. This truly is a masterpiece. What makes this even more impressive is that it was built using the staircasing method, while most other map parts are flat, making them much easier and faster to build. So doing all of this in an anarchy server that could get griefed at any point is just crazy dedication. But now let's take a look at a paint program built inside of Minecraft. This was made by Mapart and Solimay as an improved version of the first paint program they built. This new version 2 has 16 different colors and 4 different tools. A brush tool for drawing anything you want, a pencil tool to draw only 1 pixel thin lines, a pocket tool for filling anything with a color of your choice, and also an eraser to erase any paint. In addition to all of that, you can also change the thickness of your brush, and there doesn't seem to be any command blocks in this build, meaning it was all built by using just redstone. To me, that feels impossible. Using the program is pretty simple as well. You just use this touchpad here to run around and move your cursor, and then just choose where you want to click and draw. Make sure you guys try it out yourself, it's pretty amazing, and all the links to the words I show here will be in the description below. Moving on, we have something satisfying but also pretty confusing, and it's these colored knots made by Posca wings. There isn't really any purpose to these other than they look super cool and trippy. They are so perfectly made, and just looking at them feels mesmerizing. Posca wings also made this satisfying video, infinitely flying through this, and looking at it for too long might get you hypnotized, so be aware. There are tons of other cool builds on his Planet Minecraft page, like the death screen that actually isn't a death screen, or this awesome looking virus cell, also a ton of different mob statues. So if you're looking to create one in your world, this is the place to get it. Next we have another redstone masterpiece that I'm probably gonna have a hard time explaining, so let me just show you instead. This is a fully working Pokemon Red inside of Minecraft. And by fully working, I mean fully working. It uses over 357,000 command blocks and took almost 2 years to complete. The game somehow feels incredibly smooth, and it is hard to believe it was achieved in Minecraft almost 10 years ago. This version of the game even features some famous Pokemon Red bugs and item duplication. The word download is public, so even you can try yourself and play it. It is insane dedication from Mr. Squishy, and I would love to keep on playing, but I have got some more incredible stuff to show. Honestly, the best way to try any of these worlds is by running a server. I use our own hosting platform Wise Hosting for all of our servers. It is fast, reliable, and you can get started in just a few clicks. If you have never hosted before, then Wise Hosting is the easiest way to get started today. And if you don't believe me, then you can read our overly positive reviews. As a special offer, you can get 25% off on your first month by using the code Shulker. Check out Wise Hosting using the link below, and let's continue with the video. You might have heard about the next project called Build the Earth, and no, they are not just trying to build a huge globe. Instead, this project is aiming to create a one-on-one replica of the entire world. Every country, every city, street and a building. If you live on this earth, then your house will probably at some point end up on this map. At the core of the project are over 40 building teams and thousands of players working hard on making this a reality at some point in the future. And even you can join. They have currently built over 150,000 buildings and finished over a total of 800 million square meters of area. There is a cool gallery on the website showing the most recently finished builds, and also a nice map showing what parts are currently being worked on and what's done. You can check out the project on buildtheearth.net, or if you want to download parts of the world, they have them available on Build the Earth's Patreon. It is truly an awesome project in my opinion. But this next project brings something into Minecraft that I didn't think was possible. It's another mind-bending creation by Mapart Wings. This time creating his own neural network and bringing AI into Minecraft. Sounds absolutely crazy, and looks as well, to be honest. This massive creation here is an AI with 10 neurons that can guess handwritten numbers with 83% confidence. There are no command blocks used here, just pure redstone madness. No matter how bad your handwriting is, this thing can pretty confidently understand you. So let's test it out. I will run around and try to write a number 6. Let's see if the machine can understand. And yeah, it totally can. It works perfectly. I won't even try to explain how this thing works, just check out Mapart's video if you are interested. But next we have something out of this world. This is Space Valkyria 3, a very impressive and famous base from 2B2T. It represents a space station, and the buildings on the base started back in 2017 by Jack the Ripper and his friends. Unfortunately, it never got finished because it was found and griefed. But that didn't stop Jack. He kept building it in single player and finished the base at the end of 2023. And I have to say, the finished build looks absolutely incredible. I would have never imagined that this was the end goal. There is so much to explore, and it will probably take hours for me to show everything around here. So if you want to explore it yourself, there is a Word download available. And if that was still not enough, he's already working on a new, even crazier base on his YouTube channel. The next build is also beautiful, but in its own way. It is an orbital strike cannon built by Cubic Meter. And it is not just a TNT cannon, it's probably the most advanced weapon system I have ever seen in Minecraft. With this you are able to strike whatever location in the world you are playing in. Literally just put in the coordinates and the spot will be erased from the map. It's even able to penetrate deep into the ground to destroy any underground bases, and there is no escape from this monster. It really feels like your own nuclear program. Though building it and getting it to work can be challenging, so I definitely recommend you check out Cubic Meter's video. It is actually insane to learn how much this thing can do. But now let's move outer space. I want to show you how Chris the Cow built the entire universe in Minecraft. Yep, not just a couple of planets, but the entire universe. This single project took him about 2 months of non-stop building, but the end result is pretty cool in my opinion. At first he started with some planets, building the solar system around the sun. Next he built the whole galaxy based on this picture here. And it looks absolutely amazing. But this was not enough. He also spent a lot of time building this black hole, smaller clusters of galaxies, and even a galaxy supercluster. The end result looks gorgeous, and the whole world is available at his Patreon. Now let's get back to Earth and check out this amazing survival world. At first you might think it is nothing special, just a nice survival world that someone has built, but you are very wrong. This world is actually a Superflat world, meaning that it just started off as having 3 layers of dirt above bedrock. And now look what it has become. Mobfarm has played in this world for over 13 years. It looks so interesting and there is so much to explore that I constantly forget that this started off as a completely flat wasteland. There is no water, mountains or different biomes. I do really love how much time Mog has put into terraforming, and now he has even bigger plans for the future. But now another space related build, this time by Wunba. As many of you might know, Wunba has built some exceptional things in the past, and this one is no different. With the help of Shovel 241, they designed this black hole, and after designing it in creative, Wunba actually built this thing in his hardcore survival world, which is absolutely insane. The entirety of the black hole consists of almost 600,000 blocks. But it was all worth it, since this is the end result, looking absolutely amazing. I honestly can't wait to see what insane project Wunba will be doing next. So there is no doubt that these people are the masterminds of Minecraft, and there is no better way to start your own experiments by hosting your first Minecraft server on Wise Hosting. Check it out using the link below, and thanks for watching. Bye!